I was absolutely delighted by the reaction I got from yesterday's video. I put out a question about the iPhone. I'm an iPhone user. I'm a little, a little bored with it. I don't think it's the right phone for me anymore. And I put out a question about what I should be doing, if I should be switching or doing something else. And I got so many fantastic comments. Thank you, everybody, for putting in your input. I really appreciate it, and I've read all the comments, and I want to point out a few here and to kind of wrap up what I've gleaned from the whole experience of putting that video up yesterday. So Matthias, for example, says, good choice switching. You must get a Galaxy S3 or even a Galaxy S2. That's one of the phones I was looking at for sure. Those look like great phones. I've talked to a few of my friends who have those phones, and they really like them a lot, except for some weird UI quirks that they were mentioning to me. So another possibility for me was Nexus 4, which Gerard was recommending. He said, Nexus 4 is the way to go. I know because I have one and it is just the best device I had ever had. Try to think of how many cool things you'll be able to do with NFC or Arduino-based Yo-Yo. And that's a great point. I am a maker and I want a phone that interfaces well with my projects, and being able to connect the phone and be able to use NFC. I think there's some cool stuff to try out there. I want to try that out. Nexus looks like a great phone, although I've heard that, I'm an AT&T user, I've heard that on AT&T the LTE doesn't work, so I don't get the fastest speed possible. And I would love for the phone to have LTE. So maybe there's also a carrier change that'll happen too, or maybe the future version of the Nexus that's around the corner will support LTE on AT&T. I also asked about the Galaxy Note 2. I was curious about what people thought of the size. I thought it would be great not to have to buy a tablet and get something that's kind of in between a cell phone and a tablet. And Ben says, do not get a Galaxy Note 2 if it's anything like the original Galaxy Note. You will rather go with an S3. I have to keep mine in my back pocket because it will not fit in the front. Whenever I bring it out to a bar or public place or just with friends, everyone stares at it and laughs at how big it is. I find it more of an embarrassment. Functionality is the exact same thing as the S3 minus the stylus that I'm never going to use anyway. That's an important thing to me. I don't want to walk into a bar and be like, hello, and have some enormous thing that just makes me look ridiculous, or, but on the other hand, I don't want to have to carry a phone and a tablet. So on the other side of Ben's argument were a couple other people who said that they have the Galaxy Note 2, and they said that the size doesn't really make that big of a difference to them. It doesn't feel awkward, says Kyler. Fits in his back pocket without a problem, and he got used to the size. Yeah, I think that I don't know, it looks great. And then Daryl also said something that was interesting. He says, I got a case for it that closes like a book, but also hold my driver's license, a few credit cards, and some cash. That way your phone and wallet take up one space in your pocket. I think that's a fantastic idea. I really like the idea of kind of integrating all those. The phone, everything I carry in my wallet, all in one. Now, the wallet is important to me though. So like I've got this wallet. It's a nice plaid wallet. I've had this for a little while. I really like it. I would have to be able to find a nice one that looks nice and that looks just the way I want. I do like the idea of integrating the wallet and the phone together. That makes a lot of sense to me. Now, another common reaction I got was about jailbreaking. This is Kravis. He says, just jailbreak the darn thing. Now, that is definitely an option. I think that's going to be my last-ditch effort before I drop the iPhone completely. I'm going to jailbreak it. I'm going to see how that goes and see how that feels and see what I like about that. It sounds like people have been jailbreaking for a long time now, so I can kind of trust that. I've always been a little weary of jailbreaking, and I wasn't really sure if it was the right thing for me to do. I'd rather have a stock phone with a stock OS that is just already open, but I'm definitely going to try out jailbreaking. Thank you again to everybody who provided your feedback. I did read all the comments and I really appreciate them. I also appreciate everybody who shared the video with their friends and got their friends to comment. That was fantastic. There was so much good feedback. Please do share this video if you find it interesting. Also, subscribe. I appreciate everybody who subscribed to this video. Send me an email, matt@mattrichardson.com if you've got more to say, or send me a tweet @mattrichardson. Of course, you can also just leave a comment below. See you tomorrow. Bye.